So let us talk about the evidence presented in the proceeding by the petitioner. Kaning petitioner na to in this proceeding for the judicial confirmation of imperfect title. Iyang gi-evidence nga gi-present are the tax receipts. So pasabot ani habang bayad kag amoroso ba real property tax payments. So these tax receipts the applicant for the issuance of land title submitted in evidence kaning tax receipts, survey map, and technical description of the land. The problem with this is ang kanang survey map kung makita lang nimo asa ang location ang yuta, no? Na-illustrate lang ba? Survey map and technical description, kutob ra na diya. You will just know where that property is located ug unsa iya shape ug lot area. Makabaw ka kung asa siya located because of the technical description. Namnay tie point. So every tie point like BLLM1, Bureau of Lands, Land Monument 1, for Cadastral Survey 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, namnay coordinates. So makabaw ka asa located ang yuta. Then ang katuyan technical description sa yuta after sa tie point, namnay gitawag nga tie line from the tie point to point 1. So diha na mo fix asa located ang point 1, making reference to the tie point which is BLLM1 usually. Di man na BLLM1 all the time. Kusay lahi man ang tie point. So once nga ma-prove na nimo diha unsay itsura, unsay area asa located ang property, ma-prove nimo nga nagbayad ka og real property taxes, that is not enough to say nga kanang yutaa pwede na nimo siyang mapatituluhan. Okay? Unsay reason? Atong gi-emphasize diri ron, no? Because those documents or kato nga mga ebidensya, kato nga evidence provided before the court, it failed to provide any information respecting the classification of the property. Remember, as the petitioner, you must be able to prove nga naay positive act from the government declassifying or reclassifying or releasing a certain part, no, sa ilahang estate, no, sa gobyerno. So from being a forest land, kailangan ma-prove nimo nga kanang yuta nga imong gipatituluhan either kanang area gi-reclassify or kanang nga portion kung asa imong yuta gi-release or gi-declassify, converting it from being a forest land into one that is an alienable and disposable agricultural land. Only then, if ma-prove nimo nga alienable and disposable agricultural land siya, iyang classification of the property, only then will you be able to apply for, assuming you have satisfied all the other requisites, only then will you be able to apply for judicial confirmation of imperfect title. So as the court has held, these documents are not sufficient to overcome the presumption that the land sought to be registered forms part of the public domain. So, presumed na siya, no? Na there must be a required certification from the proper government agency or official proclamation reclassifying the land applied for as alienable and disposable. Matters of land classification or reclassification cannot be assumed. It calls for proof. So that is very crucial if you are going to initiate a proceeding for judicial confirmation of imperfect title. So it cannot be overemphasized, and that unwarranted appropriation of public lands has been a notorious practice resorted to in land registration cases. For this reason, the court has made it a point to stress when appropriate that declassification of forest and mineral lands, as the case may be, and their conversion into alienable and disposable lands need an express and positive act from the government. Okay. So mo ginay ma-establish nimo in your petition, you must be able to establish that there was a positive act from the government, that it has converted that area nga imong gipatituluhan into alienable and disposable. Appeal siya sa alienable and disposable portion. Dili gali nimo ma-prove, dili nimo ma-establish by evidence imuhang application for issuance of title or judicial confirmation of imperfect title mo fail yun na, ma-denied ang imuhang application. So let's read further the decision and I'll see you sa next episode. Thank you.